back everybody to the video series dedicated show on Bravo that considers sex dolls a charter guest, but only if they tip. That's right, I'm talking about Below Deck Mediterranean Season 4, Episode 7, and in this episode we get a visit from JEZE-BOB, we get to meet our new third stew, and love is in the air. But let's start off where last episode left off, and that was Anastasia walking away from the table because Joao was giving her the bitter truth about her cooking. However, that's not the only thing that Joao did to try to create divides within the group. They go out to a club and JEZE-BOB shows up after he pounds down 20 shots and everybody else is getting hard liquored up, and that's when Joao goes over to Asia and he's like, "You're being whorish," and then he's about to start a fight with Travis, and this whole night ends with a sour taste in everybody's mouth except for, Joao, who wakes up the next morning having absolutely no idea what happened and had to get the playback from Colin, and then he went on the apology tour, but the damage was already done. He's skating on thin ice with Asia. He's already lost his troops with Travis and Jack, and they don't respect him whatsoever, so it's not looking good for him. Now, let's go on to the look into the next charter guest, and this is the Queen of Versailles. That's right, she and her family is making the largest, the most expansive, the most lavish mansion out there, and it's taken 10 years to make this thing. They know the finer things in life. They have exotic tastes. So now she's freaking out. What if her cooking isn't on the level that it needs to be? So she runs over to the French markets and gets some fresh produce, tries to get some ideas, some inspiration, and then she comes back to the boat. But that's not the only person that comes onto the boat. That's right, we meet our new deckhand, well, not deckhand, but the new third stew. That's right, it's June from Arizona. And she's lived pretty much in a lot of other places, but she's mainly from Arizona, and she got into yachting because it marries her two passions, bartending and yachting. She's worked in both the deck and interior, but she's only going to be really used in interior for the cabins, for laundry, but it's not a good scenario as she shows up only 2 hours before the next charter guests arrive. And that's not enough time for Hannah to go through all the things that she is looking for, all the details that she really wants her to hit. And so she's kind of having a hands-off approach, like, I have too much things to do. Asia, you handle this, please. And so Asia takes her under her wing and tries to show her the ropes, but she's also being dragged out to do her job. And June is kind of coming into the situation in the middle of the charter season. It's hard because everybody's making connections, everybody's doing their thing, and she doesn't know how the boat is run. She doesn't know the working situation. On her last boat, she had a set time to eat, she had a set time to do all this stuff. She doesn't even know when to eat. She came down after doing the cabin, started eating cake, went to bed, woke up starving, and ate more cake. But you know what? Sometimes you just need a double dose of cake and some sleep to all feel better. But speaking of making connections, that's when Jack and Travis come up with an idea to ask Asia and Hannah on a double date, and you know what? They said yes! And speaking of another connection, and since June came on board, Colin and her have been kind of talking with each other, making a connection, and June really likes how genuine Colin feels and seems, and Colin really likes having another American on board, and he thinks June is cute, and even if this doesn't go anywhere, if they're just friends, it's awesome. It's nice to see them bonding, but the real pressure is on the chef, especially for this charter crew. Last episode's finale sneak peek into this episode made these people look, they're gonna be so demanding, they're gonna hate everything that anybody does, they're gonna think the service is bad even if it's A+, all the food is gonna be terrible even though it's not. However, they are not that terrible. I've seen way worse people on either Below Deck or Below Deck Mediterranean. Everything that Anastasia puts out in front of them, they love. She is knocking it out of the park. She is batting 1,000% right now. And especially a cake with blow-up dolls. That night was kinky. They let their kink flag fly. But these charter guests are actually not that bad. I mean, yeah, they want Asia to unpack for them, and they want a picnic when they want it, but I mean, that's every charter guest. Let's just be honest. But let's get to where this episode ends, and that's when they want to have a picnic on the top of a French peak, and everybody's carrying these chairs. There's so many stairs. It's hot as all get out. There's only 4 people carrying giant umbrellas and all this food, and when everything is just trying to rush and you're trying to rush to hit a deadline, you're gonna forget something. Whether it's a tablecloth, whether it's tomatoes, whether it's a toothbrush, however, it's none of those things, and they forget the cutlery, which is almost almost the most important thing for a picnic, because how are you going to eat your Greek salad? And that's where this episode ends, with cutlery drama. But what do you think about this episode? Let us know in the comment section below. And what do you think about June? Do you think she's going to be able to mesh well with this group, or do you think there's gonna be some drama within this group, especially with her and Hannah? Let us know. Let me know in the comment section below. I don't know why I keep on saying us. Let me know in the comment section below. And what did you think about Joao this episode? What did you think about JEZE-BOB'S showing up after we saw him so many times in last season? What do you think? Do you think that really hindered, and Jack and Travis are definitely not going to respect him whatsoever? Or do you think maybe he could reel him back in? Let me know that in the comment section below. I want to hear what you have to say. But thank you so much for watching. While you're down there, hit that like and subscribe button. And I'll be back really soon with more reality TV show videos. And also join me next week where I will be doing another Below Deck Mediterranean episode. But thank you so much for watching. And until then, peace.